I'm going to tell you how to attract your ex in 4 steps. Now, depending on the situation, it can be different for everyone, but overall, attracting your ex is the easiest part. And here's why. It's because you have qualities that they already like about you. First, stop pushing your ex away. So this means that you have to stop begging him or pleading him or trying to reason with him to get back with you. And you shouldn't get other people involved within your business. Secondly, limited contact. Now, this does not mean no contact. This means that you shouldn't initiate every single conversation, but you initiate the conversations that are important, and that doesn't mean trying to reason with him to get back with you. Third, be okay with just being friends. You have to let the guy come to his own conclusions as to why you guys broke up in the first place, and you have to make him realize what he's missing out on. Lastly, use the power of perceived happiness. People love to be around others who are genuinely happy, so you're gonna have to play this one to your advantage. If you like these tips, like and follow for more, and good luck!
If you're wondering how long you're going to be over them, here are the 5 stages of a breakup. 1. Denial. 2. Anger. 3. Bargaining. 4. Depression. And 5. Acceptance. There's no telling when you're going to be over them or how soon you're going to be over them. It's just knowing that one day it will get better, and knowing that one day you will no longer care about them. You'll wake up one day and you'll feel so refreshed. But things to avoid, make sure you avoid these things. If not, you're going to be hooked on them. Don't stalk their social media. Don't look at old pictures. Don't contact them. Unless, of course, you have to if you have kids or you're getting a divorce or something. But avoid obsessing or overthinking about the idea or what could have been or what you've done wrong. Because if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And you'll find someone that will be your person.
3 steps to not only getting your ex back, but having them beg for a second chance with you, even if you were the one to screw things up. Okay, let's just get right into it. Step number 1, you have to go no contact. So that means icing them out. No calling, no texting, no DMing. Don't even look at their story on Instagram. Definitely don't like any photos, because here's the thing. They need to feel like they really lost you in order to miss you. Which brings me to step number 2. Focus on self-improvement and living your best life. Because if your attention is constantly on them, you're actually sending really desperate vibes into the universe that they're probably picking up on. So you got to focus on yourself, and I don't care who you are, we all have something we could improve on, right? So focus on that. Which brings me to the 3rd and final step. Patience. Now, this can take a couple days, it can even take a couple weeks or months, but if this person is really worth it to you, then you got to be willing to stick it out. But the good news is, the faster you put these steps into action, the faster they'll be back in your life. It's that easy. Follow my account for more dating tips, and good luck. 4 steps to get your ex back. Okay, before I tell you how to do this, I do want to say that this is a very powerful strategy, and it should only be used on someone you really think is meant to be in your life. Okay, so if you want to get an ex back, they need to feel like they lost you, and they need to question their decision. Which brings me to step 1. No contact. It could take a week, it could take a month, it could even take a year. But you're not texting them, you're not reacting to stories, and you're not liking photos. Step 2. Business as usual. You can be sad behind closed doors, but on the outside, you are unaffected. Step 3. Focus on self-improvement. Now, this could be your appearance, this could be your career, this could be your education. The more you level up, the more they're going to question whether they made the right decision. And step 4. Patience. If this person is worth it, you need to be willing to put in the time and trust in this process. Tap that plus sign to follow for more, and good luck.
I'm going to tell you the easiest and most effective way to get back together with an ex. Now, I don't typically recommend doing this because they're your ex for a reason. However, I'm sure we've all had that moment where we're like, what if? So if this is what you want, this is exactly what you need to do. Go no contact. Do not call them, do not text them, do not Snapchat them. If you have the urge to do it, block them. Not only will this give you the space and time that you need to heal, think about the breakup and see if it's fixable, it'll also give them the opportunity to miss having you in their life. Because the more you're there for them, the less they're going to value you, and they're not going to worry about losing you because they'll know you're always going to be there. And don't worry, they're not just going to magically forget about you. At the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. So if they're meant to come back to your life, they will. If not, at least you went no contact so you can move on. So just try it out. You have nothing to lose. Be sure to like this video and follow us for more tips.
This is the quickest way to recover from a breakup, and no, it's not going to be what you want to hear. The quickest way to recover is self-isolation. Not from like your friends or your family, but from them. And let me explain why. Right after a breakup, you're going to be like peak emotions, peak. But you need to stay away from talking to the person you just broke up with. Because if you do, all those emotions might affect your judgment and what you say to them. You might say things you don't mean, and you might just say things just to get them back. Because the first few days after a breakup, you're gonna notice how different your life is without them. Now, I'm not saying don't ever talk to them again, but you need the period of self-isolation to prove to yourself that you can actually handle being on your own. And you both need to let your emotions cool down. Because that's the only way you're gonna be able to have a logical conversation after about whether you guys should be together or not. But before you can talk about getting back together, before you can talk about what happened, you need to make sure that you are okay, and you need to prove to yourself that you can be without them.